My office.
Oh, come on.
So, Maher, you really done goofed. Blue Wave, Bill Nelson lost his election. Your phony predictions cost our company millions.
Well, to be fair, I did only predict Nelson would win with 51% of the two-party vote. And you know what they say, Florida's always a toss-up. Bill Nelson had the 5 pillars of incumbency at his disposal, and all the major polls were predicting he would win by a close margin. I thought with explosive levels of voter turnout, the young Democratic population would mobilize enough to defeat Rick Scott.
Well, you're just really lucky that Donna Shalala pulled through for you in District 27 this election.
Yeah, she did. She won with 53%, which I predicted from day one.
But you still inaccurately predicted the most important election in Florida. Nelson winning by 51%? What is this, amateur hour?
Okay, I'll tell you why you were off. Almost every poll had Nelson up by at least 2 points. Rick Scott raised a ton of money, over $68 million. Plus, Scott had considerable name recognition from being governor. At the end of the day, Scott still only won with 50.1% of the vote. I will say that although I aired the wrong prediction, the margins were close, 10,000 votes apart.
I'll spare your life if you can tell me one thing. How did you accurately predict Shalala's win? You said exactly 53% of the two-party vote, and that's exactly what ended up happening.
Well, that one was easy. Like I said before, Shalala was backed up by the demographics of her constituents. Being in a district comprised of mostly Hispanics gave Shalala an advantage due to the fact that Hispanic people and people of color typically vote democratically. Although Salazar leaned moderate and distanced herself from Washington Republicans, especially with her supporting a ban on assault rifles, Shalala was still able to narrowly pass her, probably due to her name recognition and funding. That funding is crucial in an open seat election. Plus, the low Trump approval rating in the area suggested that people would turn out and vote against the president's party. Clinton's sweeping victory in the district in 2016 certainly helped.
What would you say made this race so close then?
Shalala may have been pretty well known in the community, but Salazar speaks Spanish and is very recognizable among older voters in the community who typically show up to the polls in midterm elections. The close results of the Senate race shows how much of a toss-up the state can be, and while there was still a lower presidential approval rating in the district compared to the rest of the state, Republicans turned out this election and put up a fight. District 27 has voted for a Democratic presidential candidate in at least the last 3 elections, so there's clearly a Democratic lean. And as far as the entire state goes, Florida has been a toss-up for a while in statewide races. Now that Florida has a Republican governor, a Republican state legislature, and a Republican delegation in the Senate, it's possible we could see Florida becoming less of a toss-up in the future.
You're lucky you made it out alive.
Hello?
Members of Congress are single-minded seekers of re-election.
Or, MSC was SMSR.